Sunday decider on the cards, India versus Australia, third T20I at Hyderabad, Rajiv Gandhi International Stadium, Uppal. 3 years later, Hyderabad is hosting an international match. We already seen the repercussions of what happened prior to the match. We had that. There is no rain though. That is the best part about this match
there was
today.
an expectancy that there would be rain there.
Well, luckily they're playing today because according to weather reports, the weather from tomorrow in Hyderabad is pretty bad.
Oh.
So that is why today there will be no problems with the weather like what we had in Nagpur. So 1-1 thanks to India's win at Nagpur. It's now 1-1, and will it be a same case of win the toss, win the match?
100%. There's no chance you're doing anything else if you win the toss.
Or will Hyderabad prove to be something different? Because as you have seen in the IPL, it does become slow and low as the game progresses. But with no cricket having been played there for 3 years, will there be a different dynamic altogether?
That's it, but I think whichever team wins the toss is 100% going to bat first, bowl first, sorry. No chance you're picking anything else.
Yep, right from the Asia Cup onwards till now, we have only seen, except Sri Lanka in the final, teams that have chased have won in the T20 format at this point in time. So, very, very interesting scenario that is developing. India and Australia, do you think we'll see some more changes in the Indian cricket team? Because you see, the 8-over game saw some changes being made. You have to strengthen the batting or the bowling. So Bhuvi was left out for Pant. Pant didn't get a single chance. So you see Bhuvi back for this game. That is one question.
Yeah,
and okay, I'll go for that later. Don't go by the color of the jersey that I'm wearing, folks. It's just coincidence.
I think last match also you were wearing the same jersey.
I was wearing red.
No, last match.
Check the last.
Mohali, I was off.
No, the last match that India played.
No, that was on Friday.
8 over the side.
Friday.
Red.
That was
Are you
red.
sure?
Yeah, it was red. Where I was giving all the updates on.
So maybe day before yesterday you were wearing the same.
Yeah, non-match day.
Yesterday he was wearing that lime green. Or whatever.
No, it was green. It happened on Tuesday. I wore the yellow, bright yellow on Tuesday, but I make it
as opposed to this one.
I make it a point sometimes to not wear yellow or any corresponding jersey on that particular day. But today, coincidence. What to do?
Prashant Trivedi is joining us from Hamilton.
Wow,
1:48
a.m.
It's almost 2 in the morning there.
And he's joining us.
Wow, that's
good to see you,
Prashant.
Prashant.
Thank you.
Good to see you. I think there's a lot to talk about. In fact, today a lot of things have happened on the cricket field. Of course, that Deepti Sharma run out. In fact, the one that she affected. And also the Duleep Trophy final where
Ajinkya Rahane.
Lots of talk on spirit of the game actually.
So himself took that call and sent
Yashasvi
Jaiswal off the field. Obviously, he wasn't too happy with the way Yashasvi Jaiswal was reacting.
And Ravi Teja complained. It was the South Zone batter Ravi Teja, who was also with Deccan Chargers, by the way. He complained, and Rahane had given him a warning, but then when it continued, he told him, just walk. By the way, it's not the first time. It happened about 2 decades back. MS Dhoni was being heckled by Lakshmi Ratan Shukla, and Saurav Ganguly ordered him off.
Really interesting.
That is one instance which, but yeah, the Deepti Sharma run out, let us all make it a clear point to say that it was a run out, because that's what the MCC laws state.
In fact, a lot of people were pointing out to me as well. I'd done a video saying, change your title, it's not a Mankad. I said, there's the reason I put Mankad in single quotes, my man. It's because it's not called that, it's just referred to as that. It is technically a run out.
It is a run out. Law 41.16.
As per the new laws,
it's no longer an unfair play, it's just
a run out. And there are 2 ways to look at it. Of course, now that the MCC has a law named for that, if a batsman or a batter rather is outside his or her crease, the bowler is well within his or her rights to run him or her out.
Correct.
So, but then the question comes, spirit of the game. I think it's already a 22 or 21 yard strip from crease to crease, if you see. So it's an advantage. It's an unfair advantage that any batter is taking. So the bowler, if she finds the batter outside her crease, I think she is well within her rights. I think it may depend from player to player. You know, one player may not do that. You would remember that Nottingham Test where MS Dhoni
Called Ian Bell back.
Ian Bell was out, was dismissed, and they went in for a lunch break. And when they came out, the message had already been sent to the English team in their dressing room that Ian Bell can just walk back after the break and get on with his batting. And what happened after that? We all know what happened.
Bell scored 137 and India never recovered.
Exactly.
In that whole series.
I think my favorite, if you're talking about, like, we're seeing people who are mentioning about, giving a warning. For one, that used to be the rule, GJK, but that's no longer the rule. Now, you don't have to give a warning. But if you're talking about giving warnings, there's one video of Chris Gayle. He's bowling. He pulls back because the non-striker was clearly out and he just keeps going. Doesn't actually do anything. It doesn't stump him out. But that was his warning. Best warning.
That's the thing. Look, warning, I mean, simple. If the batter can start coming out of the crease for the sake of that run coming quickly, why can't the bowler be within his or her right to affect the run?
Absolutely.
Firstly, this so-called man-cutting thing is a creation of the MCC and the Whites. Let us be very clear about that. Let's be very clear about that.
My ancestors are getting annoyed.
Yeah. Very simple. Would you call, supposing, we have used some individuals.
So don't use the word man cutting, na?
Yeah, run out.
Run out.
That's what.
Why are you?
So far, we haven't.
He only brought it up.
No. I never, in this entire episode, I never used that word man cutting for describing anything. It's a run out.
Yes.
It's a creation of the other side of the world, basically.
Charlie Dean today
Attempted that in another.
In the
just a day after, but
Rachel Hay
I think
Trophy.
there it is. I think she was doing it just to tell everyone that, listen, I also could have done it, but I'm not doing it.
Wow. Give them the Spirit of Cricket award.
But what do you want to do with the Spirit of the Cricket award anyway?
You're not getting any brownie points for it.
Yeah.
No, MS Dhoni did get, although that was not a run out. See, he got that spirit of the game for the decade. From the ICC. So India lost that test match, that Nottingham test match.
Look, what would you
that, and then nobody and everybody forgot, just a loss against
What would
India's
you take?
game. But eventually, ICC gave him that
Award.
Even Kane Williamson won the ICC Spirit of the
He'd rather won the World Cup.
for the World Cup thing.
He'd rather won the World Cup.
Yeah, exactly.
No, so by the way, GGK is saying, do you think any skill is involved? I think instead of criticizing Deepti Sharma, we should praise her match awareness. Yeah?
Exactly. As Ashwin said.
Yeah, it is her skill, her presence of mind.
Presence of mind.
And at that time, the non-striker didn't have the presence of mind.
And you have to make that decision in a fraction of a second.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yep. I'm sure a lot of things would have been going on in Deepti Sharma's mind. Is there a chopper landing somewhere on the roof of this or the terrace of this?
Could be.
Well, it's like Dhoni's announcement, isn't it?
What Dhoni?
Dhoni's announcement today, everyone got
Yeah,
it.
But I think it was expected that it was
Yeah,
it will
even
be
I
some
had,
marketing. Yeah.
So I had got a message from assignment desk only. What is this? So I had said it'll be a marketing related for sure.
Yeah. So I don't know what were people expecting. Dhoni will not make an official announcement
Facebook
by
Live.
exactly.
Then he did not do it in an official press conference and he was
Exactly.
retiring. Both from test and then from international cricket.
And we all,
IGD.
what was the one
Just one
loophole?
line.
Something to do with Chennai Super Kings, but he was already sorted till 2024.
Relaunched a biscuit that was already in the market for almost at
Again.
least in India
The fourth launch.
for almost say 9 years or 11
At least
years
a
rather.
decade,
11
No,
years.
he said it was launched in 2011.
11 World Cup.
World Cup.
And India won the World Cup.
Yeah.
It is launching again. And India will win the World Cup is what the marketing push is
A good one.
for that. That is the thing that he launched. So I'm actually not surprised with that. I'm surprised with any one of you who saw that and expected some big cricketing announcement to happen. With MS Dhoni's case, as I said, that test match when he retired from test cricket, he had addressed the press conference, gone back in,
chose not to announce it.
Yeah.
And then came a press release that he's retired. And it's the same guy, when he announced his international retirement, just wrote,
Consider
as of
1929
hours, consider me retired.
Yeah.
So you think he will come and do a live and do it? No chance of that happening.
I know, seriously.
No chance of that happening.
That biscuit is also not retiring.
By the way, all these guys, did you point out all these guys? We should call them out. Stuart Broad, Jimmy
James Anderson, yeah.
all of them who are pointing out. How many times that women's team? By the way, I don't think the women's team has taken offense to it as much as people on the outside. Because I was watching the match and I saw Charlie Dean and everyone shake hands.
Yeah.
So she was crying.
That's the real spirit of the game.
Yeah, she was crying, but the Indian players didn't go to the England. As soon as the game got over, I was watching. So the Indian team were in a huddle because they were waiting what will happen. And then the result came out. There were a few surprise reactions. The Indian team stayed in a huddle because I think they were a bit confused as to
whether should we do that victory lap?
What do we do with Jhula and we pick her up? They're confused. Who will lift her?
But there were players who actually lifted her.
Yeah. But that happened later.
Yeah.
But that time they were confused. Like, what would we do? What would we do? And then what happened? The English women came, the players came and shook hands. And so credit to the Stuart Broad and all are the same people who Stuart Broad nicked that
a big edge that could be heard all over Nottingham.
Ashton Agar.
Yeah, Ashton Agar, 2013 Ashes.
Ashton Agar's ball edges it, caught in first slip.
Yep.
Not even like
not even the keeper.
First slip catch.
Didn't walk.
Does not walk Stuart Broad. So Stuart Broad has no right to comment.
But also, I mean, the beacon of morality, Piers Morgan, commented.
No, him I don't even consider. His opinion is not even important. As Stuart Broad is a cricketer. What is Piers Morgan?
A commentator.
He's not even a YouTuber. So
forget Sam Billings.
He doesn't even have a job right now. Does he have a job?
No, I'm sure he has something in the US.
No, he was sacked.
No, he's in the US doing some work or the other.
He's a guy who gives tips to Gary Lineker about football. Okay. So the less said, the better about him.
And
so
don't mention
his opinion doesn't count. I'm not even looking at his. I'm talking at least cricketers. Stuart Broad out. By the way, this same Stuart Broad was part of that English team when Grant Elliott collided with Ryan Sidebottom, fell down and then could not make his ground. The English team gave him run out. The umpires said, okay, technically according to the rules we have to give him a run out, but do you want to take your appeal back?
Yeah.
Collingwood did not. And Mr. Stuart Broad is standing next to him.
Yes.
Not once tells him no, against the spirit of the game we should call.
No, and imagine New Zealand are the nicest guys in the world. They were so incensed they didn't even open the door and greet Paul Collingwood after the match. Collingwood knocked, do you want to shake hands? They said no.
Absolutely.
That was the way. And
that is spirit.
That was actually against the spirit of the game.
1 year later, Champions Trophy, same thing happened. New Zealand withdrew the appeal.
Although I have a different take as far as rule is concerned, I'll go with what Deepti Sharma. It's then after that, I think it is a decision that has to be taken by the player, his or her captain, and the team as a whole. So if she did that, if she effected that run out, it's completely okay. But yes, she could have chosen not to, but that's still fair.
No, but I'll give an example.
I don't know if I would have been in
fine.
that.
But why should they be criticized?
By the way,
India won the toss and will bowl.
So, but why should anyone be criticized is what I'm saying.
No.
And doing something in the rules.
Secondly, I'll just tell you, has anyone actually seen what spirit of cricket looks like? Is it a visible commodity that we have seen?
No, it's just
it's just imaginary. You tell me, is sledging in spirit of cricket? Happens everywhere. Even in our matches, we do it, right? We do it. Who follows? I'm saying if you're going by true spirit, is sometime you bowl a bouncer and you hurt the batsman. Don't stop bowling bouncers. Oh, because it will hurt. Again, it's in the rules, so you bowl it.
No, I'm saying I don't know what I would have done at that in that sort of a situation. Maybe I would have also done the same thing, or maybe I wouldn't have. So it depends. And now that it is under the laws of the MCC, I think there's no point criticizing a player because tomorrow, trust me, every team will face a situation like this, and depending on the situation the match is in, I don't know, majority of the teams or players would want to do this.
And look at the kind of way the match was poised. They needed 16 runs or 17 runs.
17.
Yeah.
With 6.3 overs left. 1 wicket was all India needed. Why are you gifting them that wicket by wandering out of your crease? In fact, as Pranit Datta points out in his super chat, he says that it was Harman who asked Deepti to affect that run out because it was quite clear that
She was doing it for the last couple of hours.
Yes.
No, but there's another image of Deepti also watching.
Yeah.
While the fast bowler is bowling, she's watching him in a previous over.
Yeah.
Charlie Dean going out of a crease. So even Deepti knew that is happening. So that's good match awareness. Yeah,
Exactly.
that's being sharp. I think you should praise her instead of criticizing her.
Deepak Hooda, by the way, is injured, although he hasn't been playing. So Rohit Sharma, KL Rahul, Virat Kohli, Suryakumar Yadav, Hardik Pandya, Dinesh Karthik, Akshar Patel, Harshal Patel, Bhuvneshwar Kumar, Jasprit Bumrah, Yuzi Chahal, which means Pant is out.
Pant is out and Bhuvneshwar comes in. One change for the Indian team, as was expected.
and this change would not have even happened in the last game if not for the fact there was a shootout.
Yeah. It only happened because at that time you did not
Deepak
need.
Hooda also has a side strain.
No, but he was anyway out
So he has a back injury. So he wasn't available.
Oh.
for selection.
Yeah.
Not that they would have selected him.
Yeah.
This was the team that they would have gone with.
He would have played in place of?
Nobody.
He's the. I mean,
Deepak Hooda and Ashwin are not playing in this current 11.
Yeah. Okay. Prashant Trivedi is saying, please tell me one thing about yesterday. If it was a World Cup final and one run needed, then what? Any player will take the start. Arey bhai.
No, he didn't do anything.
any player will take a start and not strikers end, so it's unfair. Taking
Any
a
player
start
will
is
take the
one
start
thing,
and
but
non-strikers
Don't wander
end.
out. Then don't wander out.
Exactly.
And you know, if you're questioning the spirit of the game, it's the rule of cricket says that a batter has to be inside the crease at all times.
Exactly.
As simple as that. If that is unfair, what Deepti Sharma did, I think any player outside the crease, because that is also, it's a 22-yard strip, and if you are and if you are outside that crease, you are a couple of yards, you're making it shorter by a couple of yards, which is then unfair. I think that is where you should actually ask the spirit of the game. So
What is spirit of the game?
There is nothing called spirit of the game.
When we say spirit of the game, it's also, a lot of times in our profession, in every profession, you have a few ethics. Legally, it may not be wrong to do something, but ethically, there are a few things that can be questioned at times. Maybe.
No, but then that's a personal decision.
No,
nobody should have a right
people are involved in fixing also.
No, but that's
Also, if you're
but
talking
that's
about-
against the rules.
No, I'm saying, for example, in India, you don't have a law as far as fixing is concerned. But that
even
doesn't
for
mean
cheating,
that.
it will be tried.
Yeah.
But still illegal is what I'm
And
saying.
also-
Here, what she did is legal.
Yes.
Spirit of the game says, play hard and fair, respect your opponent. Is it disrespectful to your opponent to do something that's within the rules? Is it not playing hard?
That's
and
how a
playing
lot of
fair?
people are saying that this is
that's
not the
a
way.
weird perspective.
No, I think the argument is that get the player out using your skills and not like this. But even that, as I said, is smart.
It is a skill. You were
Smart
observing.
match awareness.
So then what is throwing on the stumps directly not a skill because it's not book lane mold. Is caught out not a skill. Come on.
I think if
opening up
the
Pandora's
English players, not the players who are playing on the field, I'm not talking about the 11 players who are there on the field. If the likes of Piers Morgan or Stuart Broad, Jimmy Anderson, Sam Billings, if they are feeling disrespectful, so I think even what the batter did was also
that's cheating.
Yes,
Cheating.
That is cheating.
You're trying to get
that
an
is also
advantage
disrespectful.
illegally.
Exactly.
That is also disrespectful towards your towards the opposition.
Yep.
Whether it is who's this guy?
That is. By the way, Nirakar is pointing out Gina, है ना?
Yeah,
Nirakar Gina is saying, I think it's clear cheating. They were unable to make the batsman out. That's why they batter out. That's why they did that. It's not good cricket.
That is, I think,
Factually incorrect.
factually, and what you feel, I think I may not agree with you, Nirakar. Just that if the batsman or the batter was so confident that they were almost through, they could have won that game, I think they should have stayed in the crease.
Yes, clear. Why must the batter always get the advantage? Why?
In everything they get
In
the
everything.
advantage.
See, it's anyway, it's a
Power play
batsman
hona
dominated
chahiye.
game. Yeah.
And
Don't bowl these many bouncers.
Look at the equation. 6.3 over 17 runs. That's 39 balls, 17 runs. You could have legit just played it out and walked to the win. Not that the series was on the line either. You'd already lost the series. So
Gautam Bhatia totally disagree with that. That has got nothing to do with the spirit of the game.
Nobody else knows what.
Where was the spirit of the game when Thalia Magra was allowed to play in the CWG despite being COVID positive? No one praised Team India. Why should we praise them?
No, because
There was no bio bubble protocol.
No. They are.
No.
The
That
team was
was
asked.
I think that was also wrong.
Yeah, that
It
was
shouldn't have
wrong.
been-
Yes,
that was wrong,
And the Indian team was asked. They agreed. The Indian team objected to it. Maybe
They
they
probably
wouldn't have.
wouldn't have
Yeah.
played.
So this women's team, actually, the point what he's making, which is right, that this Indian team, because you're questioning this Indian team spirit, this is the same Indian team that allowed a COVID positive person to
be
play
played,
that
exactly.
game.
Yeah.
in
Because
the
she was
Commonwealth.
asymptomatic.
Yeah, and-
Asymptomatic and mild symptoms.
yeah, but it's the same Commonwealth Games where the Indian player had to leave. I forget the name who tested positive, but it just
there were
happened
two players before the tournament.
before that started.
Yeah.
Before the tournament started, while they were in Manchester.
Yeah.
Pooja
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 Vastakar.
Vastakar, was it?
No, maybe. So she had to come back,
Okay.
and you allowed Thalia Magra to play.
But that
so
is
which
just
the point.
interpretation of logistics. It's nothing to do with the spirit
Yeah,
of
but
the
I'm
game.
saying, but it needs a big heart for the team to say, okay, we'll
Yeah,
play.
that's definite. If
Indian
you just
team
said
said,
India
okay.
showed big heart, that is right. But it's not
Yeah.
spirit of the game.
Yeah, not spirit, big heart by
Yeah,
the
big
Indian
heart.
team.
And anyway, look, it's always been there that England and most of the other teams, they interpret the spirit of the game and sledging according to their own convenience.
Exactly.
It is never universal.
Aussies especially.
So if Australia get the dose of their own medicine, they say, oh no, it's not the spirit of the game. But when they do it, we are just touching the
Sydney Test match, we saw the spirit of the game, how much Australia showed.
exactly.
Lest we forget before
Even Steve Smith,
before
Steve Smith.
before
that
Sandpaper
brain
Gate,
fade.
Bangalore, yeah.
Sandpaper gate.
before Sandpaper
Mohali
Gate,
also
you
in
had Nathan
Dharamshala.
Lyon talking about headbutting the line of
Yeah.
decency. Is that not spirit of the game? then?
Yeah,
If you're looking to push the limits, is that not against the spirit of the game?
If you get caught, then you're in trouble. If you don't get caught, you'll keep on mouthing platitudes. That's the only thing that's happened in this case.
Because I remember even when that Joss Butler incident happened, when Ashwin got him, one of the most vocal critics was of all people Shane Warne.
Yeah. Who, I mean, God bless his soul.
Yeah.
He's the one who caught hold of a batsman's collar while
In the middle of a match.
Marlon
Samuels.
Samuels.
Marlon
Yeah.
Samuels,
Big Bash
in the
League.
middle of a match. And later said, I was only doing it so that, you know.
And was banned for drugs also, prohibited substances.
Right, 1 year.
Yeah.
2003 World
That's
Cup.
very convenient. Good on Dipti Sharma. I think she deserves
I mean,
for doing what
As
she
I-
does.
I think more people need to do it and start normalizing it. So that
And exactly, I think these are still early days. In times to come, maybe a decade later, this might just become a norm, and people will not be surprised. There will be dismissals,
I mean-
like these in the future, and I don't think then the likes of Stuart Broad or Jimmy Anderson will make a fuss out of
look,
this
if
entire
you want
situation.
impact for this thing, when Ashwin did that run out of Butler in that 2018 IPL, 2019 IPL, in the next game, which was there between RCB and CSK, 2 runs were needed on 1 ball. Shardul was in the crease when Umesh was bowling. He did not start out from the crease.
Ajay, tell me one thing. Had MS Dhoni been there at the non-strikers end where Joss Butler was, would Ashwin have done the same thing?
I think he would have.
Virat Kohli?
Yes. He doesn't bother about reputation that much.
I'm just asking. You know,
I don't know. It's a good question.
I'm just asking
He
you.
would have not done it. He would have not
He
done
wouldn't have done it.
it. He wouldn't have done it.
But then that's not fair.
No. You're asking like
If Virat
or Dhoni was.
MS
Yes,
Dhoni-
he would have done it.
He would have.
He would have. He doesn't care about reputation.
That's good. That's good then.
Yeah.
if he's impartial in that regard, then fair.
Yeah.
See, he's somebody who clearly speaks his
I
mind
thought
out
you
and
were
his
saying
actions.
if MS was captain and
No, I'm saying if MS
was a non-striker.
MS was there or a Virat Kohli, the Indian captain at that time.
I don't
Ashwin
know,
would
that's
have
a
done
good
it.
question. That's a good question whether he would have done it or not. But Sid, who's often
Because
been a big
in IPL
supporter of Ashwin, says that.
See, because his actions are clear.
Says he would
Whatever-
have. So we'll agree to, and we'll take his word for it.
Because
We'll take
his
his word on Ashwin Tata.
You think Ashwin believes in spirit of the game?
no.
That's what
No, he believes in rules.
Yeah.
That's good.
No,
No,
fair
I,
enough, fair
I supported
enough.
Ashwin when he did it.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I support Deepti Sharma when she did it.
Yeah, fair enough.
I thought
I'm
we were
not
talking
saying.
about captain. If
I think-
Dhoni was captain, will you
Exactly.
allow this to happen? I don't know. I thought you were
See,
saying that because he won Spirit of the Year award. Is that
Remember,
what you were saying?
Ashwin had a clear-cut discussion with Ricky Ponting before the season. Remember when Delhi Capitals?
Yeah, that Ricky Ponting.
And
also
Ricky
said.
Ponting had to water down his comments after that.
Yes.
Because Ashwin have made some very valid points about this.
Exactly.
So that is why, as I said, they misinterpret the spirit of the game according to your own convenience. That's the thing.
Like again, you remember that one point where Inzamam was given obstructing the ball. That also at that time felt unfair. He was not taking any advantage.
He was not doing anything.
He was just like
very
walked
ran
up
from,
a bit
I think,
and
mid-off.
through from mid-off. He actually saved himself
I know.
by putting your bat, you appeal. That also you could have taken the appeal back, saying no.
But it didn't happen.
To be fair, NZ and
And
commentary.
there, I think Insamam.
He was the king of commentary dismissals.
Yeah, but that guy,
Run out,
after that, anyway, used to walk
tripping
so
on the
slow.
stumps. Tripping on the stumps,
He used
Monty.
to walk so slow anyway.
Yeah.
He did not, at that time, though, even slower, he was walking off the
Now,
field.
though,
He just didn't want to go off the
he
field.
would have been playing in
generation.
during this time because now you need to in T20s you need to be at the crease by
90
in
seconds?
90 seconds
Yeah.
and in tests and ODIs 2 minutes. I wonder if
NZ would
he'll
have
make it.
touching around. The other batsmen would have gotten timed out, definitely,
Yeah.
because of Inzamam.
Nothing. For me, NZ always, if you're talking about him and his those moments, and Monty Panesar bowled that one ball to him. Goes for a nice heave of a sweep, trips over his own feet and gets hit with
And
it.
I think Inzamam, I think he stopped the ball with hand also if I'm not wrong.
Twice he got out for obstruction in some way or the other.
Yeah.
Was the
And this one he stopped it by
Even
with the
touching
hand.
it.
Tuck.
Even
How did he
Stokes. Remember Stokes against Mitchell Stark?
Yeah.
Stark bowled a Yorker, he dug it back. He wandered out, Stark threw. Punch. Stokes punched it away, obstructing the field, out. And Stokes raised the stinker. But I was just trying to defend myself. But you wandered out of the crease.
The problem is that's instinctive. You can't
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
judge. If a ball is coming towards me, my instinct will also
You know,
be affected in some way.
I remember in that World Cup final, the 2019 World Cup, there was a huge hue and cry over
Ben Stokes.
Ben Stokes. You know,
That bat, it hit the bat and went to, yeah.
It got deflected. The ball got deflected and was went
6
over.
runs were awarded when it should have been 5.
So a lot of. Even today, I think that was complete. That was a call that Ben Stokes wouldn't have made.
Yeah.
That was a call taken by the umpire as per the rules. So I know a lot of people say that England won it. They were New Zealand were unlucky. That you can still say that they were unlucky, but to say that England were not the real winners of that T20, I think if we are saying that Deepti Sharma went by the rules, Ashwin went by the rules,
They also went by the rule.
the ICC and the organizing
Boundary
committee
count.
of that World Cup, they also
Correct.
There was a boundary
went by-
count rule.
Yeah,
Yeah, of course. That was
which
the
of course
rule.
we were not. At least I
I wasn't aware
till
of
that
that.
day. I wasn't aware.
No, even I wasn't.
I remember when
It's
the
only
players
in-
started celebrating. I'm like, wait, won't it go to another super over?
Had South Africa been there, I'm sure they wouldn't have been, they
Wouldn't
wouldn't
have
have
reached
been
boundary
aware.
count.
No, they wouldn't have been aware of this kind of a rule. They would have tuck.
Firstly, for
But
that,
later
South Africa need to get to a final first.
Maybe this could be.
Yeah,
This could be
might
the-
Yep.
East Ala Cup namde for South Africa, huh?
Yeah. You use an RCB jinx to
That's what-
praise South Africa.
South Africa and
Yeah.
RCB, man.
Aditya Kavalekar
Yeah.
says spirit of the game, running out of batsmen according to the rules of the game, or batsmen taking unfair advantage of distance to be covered before the
Spot
ball is delivered.
Spot
You decide.
Yeah, it's-
on.
Or after
Go
the
down.
ball.
Huh. Shubham has a point for you, Anurag. Please get the lighting better. Why is our lighting?
I think maybe we need to change.
Okay, what are we looking forward to the game today then? By the way, Jasprit Bumrah looked good. I wanted to see him how he comes back after retirement. Looked good last game, but today
After retirement?
Oh, sorry. What did I
Injury.
say? After injury, I was reading
Heart
something.
attack.
which-
Julan retirement because I think you're reading Julan.
Exactly. So after injury, apologies for that. Do not make a clip of it.
Now you
Whatever
know.
Deep
share it.
did was right. Diana told me, Elizabeth.
Oh, that is one meme that was.
Meme. The Queen would be proud of it. I saw that. Yeah.
Actually, it is of offensive, but okay. Anything goes, I suppose.
No, so Bumrah bowled well last game, coming back from an injury. But what I want to see is now full-fledged. In the
4
sense,
overs, yeah.
now there will be a situation where he'll come out at the death when batsmen will go after
Finch
him,
got out
and you
to the
really
full
want to
toss,
see whether he can really contain the batsman. So that's one thing I'm looking forward to it. UC Chahal also, because if you're looking back at him getting back to form, the last game you really can't judge because that one over he bowled, got tonked for 1-6, and then after that bowled some quicker deliveries to get rid of or get done with his over. But today, another test for him to watch out for. So
Yes.
these two I'm looking forward to. Harshal Patel also, by the way.
Yeah.
Wade has taken 50 runs so far in this series.
Yeah. The good thing for India is they won the toss.
Yes.
Actually, the
Very,
problem
very
comes,
good thing.
Very, very
Yeah,
good.
no, the problem comes in the batting first, and you don't know what runs they have to get batting
Exactly.
first. Today, chasing, so they know.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the approach that we have to have. And imagine if Rohit Sharma gave us that gem in 8 overs.
What?
If he bats like that for a 20-over game, we're
God
in
bless
for a treat.
Australia. God bless Australia.
Then we are in for a treat.
Even
Yeah.
God save Australia, but yeah.
He is in the
But
city of Nawabs.
Nawabs, yeah.
And I read Sunny Bhai's column where he said he was batting like a Nawab in the last game. Nawabi shots he hit.
Wow.
No,
Nagpur?
lazy. No. Saying today the game is
Today
in
is the game, so
Nawab,
that's
and the series is alive because of the Nawabi style batting that Rohit Sharma did
But he was brilliant.
in Nagpur.
He was brilliant. I think he was that one guy who made the entire difference.
Yeah. That's why man of the match. Though I know a lot of people argued for Akshar
Akshar
Patel.
Patel.
But even then, I think man of the match was Rohit Sharma, rightly so. Yes, Anurag.
Apart from we should not forget Julan Goswami's retirement. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yes, Rahul will tell us a little bit
Aditya
more about legend Julan.
For that, I'm coming up with that movie now.
You are producing it. What are you, producer?
Co-producer.
You're co-producer. There you are. Co-producer of Chakda Express is sitting right next to us. Will we get tickets for the
Yeah, for sure.
for the
Premiere.
Premier, yeah.
You will be a special invitee.
and red carpet?
But your track record isn't too great, huh? For the premieres.
What happened
Whatever
last
movie
premiere?
that you go for,
No. You know which one movie I went for premiere?
Lagan.
Shabash Mittu.
Shabash Mittu.
No.
Dhoni.
I didn't go.
Achha,
You can't went for it.
His track record is, I think,
I have gone for Agnipath's premiere.
which Agnipath?
Amitabh Bachchan.
Oh, 90. Okay.
With Amitabh Bachchan.
That also movie tanked. You know
No,
that?
it didn't. Later picked up. It didn't start off well.
it tanked.
Then it came up.
Uh,
It's an iconic film.
No,
yeah.
I know it's an iconic film, but
It didn't start well because of there was another film that I think
Tanked in the box
No,
office,
then
no?
it picked up later. Those days films didn't go away so fast now from theaters. So if you didn't have it didn't have a great start, but then later
It would depend on the number of weeks it ran in theaters.
later it
If it was
picked up.
25 weeks, Silver Jubilee hit. So
50s
Golden Jubilee.
Yeah. So Agnipath my record is not bad.
is not bad. He's not great either.
No, I've only gone for 2.
I'm sure.
I've only gone for 2.
I'm sure the-
Agnipath and 83.
But I think his record is
He has
is
gone for
actually
more.
clear. So we Nikhil went for that 83 premiere. That movie was declared a flop.
Yeah.
83.
There's
And
no more flops.
I think he went for Shabash Mittu also.
Yes, he did.
And that movie also no Shabashi. from,
That I
from
didn't go
the-
for. I didn't go for.
So I'm sure
Chakda Express.
Chakda Express, I'm sure the producers and Anushka's team wouldn't want to invite any of us for that movie.
Anyway, the
At least
first intro scene itself.
But you're a
actually
producer.
strong.
You will invite us.
Friends, you know.
Yeah, I know. But you're so by connection you're a producer.
And people are saying that that is the reason why.
I believe the first intro scene itself is a factual error.
you already know.
It's come out, no?
The trailer, you know.
The trailer itself is a factual error.
Is she batting?
No. 2008,
Left
when
arm
did
for
Australia tour India in 2008? The women? No?
I don't think they put that much thought into it.
They didn't. At that would Eden.
Arey, it's not a biopic.
creative
You can
imagination.
also
It's like Azhar's movie, na? India Pakistan played in the 80s in England, but they never played a match.
Yeah.
They're taking creative liberty.
Exactly.
Is the word.
Heights of creative liberty.
No, that
Okay.
is all fine. If she's not bowling left arm fast, then as
Or
long as she's
batting.
not bowling
Not that
left arm
much.
fast.
That much is fine. What he but again, India, Australia in 2008. I
He's
searched
he's also not getting any tickets.
certain hashtag, please.
if he has, just by looking at the trailer, if he has started pointing out mistakes, wonder what he'll do
Yeah.
if he go ahead.
He will not be invited.
Yeah.
We will make him do a video on all the mistakes. Top 5 mistakes.
Yep.
Might be top 10 also.
Top 10 or top
Whatever. If
20?
he can find 10, then he'll do
Do you
it.
think it will be a hit?
When was the last sporting movie which was a hit?
Milkha Singh.
Was it a hit? It was a very good film.
It was
in
a.
box.
It was
I
a-
thought,
I think
okay,
they well in the
it
box
was a-
office, I think.
I thought the last hit movie which was really genuine and super was Iqbal.
No, yeah.
That's what
yeah, you in
Could be.
like his-
Yeah, I think.
So many movies came after that.
Yeah,
which
Pan Singh Tomar was there. Yeah,
Singh,
Malka,
yeah.
Bhag
Heptathlete, yeah.
Milkha Bhag was very good. I don't know about Maricom. I haven't seen Lagan. Sorry, Lagan.
Anyway,
that movie Dangal. I haven't seen
Dangal.
Dangal,
Super hit it was.
Our
Iqbal.
Choriya Kam hai.
But, Arey, you said last movie.
Abhi,
last
he'll
uske
go
was the
aage-
last I saw.
You saw.
seen.
I'm sorry. You
he'll
not seen
say
Dangal?
MS, no.
Chamatkar.
I thought it was.
MS also. You're right. MS
That was
only
a
the
super
film
hit.
did
That was a
super
hit.
hit. You not seen Dangal?
I've read the book.
What is the book?
Who has written?
Mahavir Singh forgot.
Who has written the book?
No, but
It was this guy. Arey yaar, our
He had-
very own Hindustan Times guy yaar, who used to.
No.
Saurabh Duggal. Saurabh Duggal had written the book, na Dangal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
No,
Dangal.
but it is. You can always say that these are inspired by
Inspired, yeah.
true events. So now, if you go on to point out, let's not criticize the creativity.
Okay, 2 questions let's take. Akash Bhardwaj has a good question. Says, sir, will Bhuvi end his spell in first 10 overs? Your thoughts? I
We
don't
hope
think
so.
No, it won't happen.
It won't
So you'll have to bowl him after
the
that
19th
also.
over again.
You will get him. I know Harshal will bowl and so will Bumrah. But I think he'll get 1 over in the
19th over again.
Not 19th, but I think he'll get another. I don't know if you.
Okay, if not 19th, 16th, start of the thing.
Maybe even
Yeah,
14, 15. All you know.
He will get somewhere,
He
but
will,
not before 10 finishing. I don't.
I think if he gets a few wickets early on, he will continue to bowl.
Yeah. He'll bowl regular.
At least
spaces.
3 overs.
Plus, also you suddenly change his entire thing. Will be sort of an admission that there's a problem, and you want to. So I don't think, and you want him to have some confidence, na? Because there will be situations in the match in the future,
Yep.
maybe with the T20 World Cup, where you want him to bowl an over or two. There.
Yes.
Spicy Sports is saying India should bat first at Hyderabad. What are your thoughts on this, guys? Anybody who thought that? I don't think India should bat first at all, especially when the series is on the line. You want to win this series.
Yeah.
We've been saying how important it is. Looking at the World Cup, and India has a very good record chasing. So why change that?
Yep.
Silly point CSKN fan.
He will come up with silly points all the time.
We are lucky that both Virat
Most
Kohli and
copied.
Rohit Sharma are playing for India. But most of the people, like one of them,
And hate the
And
other.
hate the other.
the other.
To the
From
core.
And
He's
core
making
of the
accusations.
heart. Even I only like Rohit Sharma and hate
VK. Like
Rahul.
Rahul
Rawat. I thought he's making accusations.
I think we are not on the same page, Mr. Silly Point, because I don't think I hate Virat Kohli. I like Indian cricket, whoever is playing, or any of us. At the end of the day, it's the Indian cricket that matters. Virat Kohli is the biggest player that India has seen, at least in fact, the world has seen in this generation.
True.
Rishikesh says Harmanpreet Kaur's answer during the post-match show
Yeah.
was superb.
Well
Absolutely
taken
brilliant. She was first asked the question, she didn't answer. So the interviewer then said, I had asked you that, but maybe you avoided it on purpose. What did you make of that last run out? He says, no, I didn't avoid. I thought you will ask me about the other 9 wickets, which are also very tough to get. But you didn't anyway. This happened. That's part of the rules. I'm going to back my team for doing that. Good question by Aditya Kavlekar. He's saying, why can't Australia play Akshar straight ball when he doesn't even spin the ball? So 2 things. One, no, it's got a valid one thing, because it really comes quicker off the pitch and you sometimes, are late on the shot. But the point take your point well, that sometimes that can become predictable. So it'll be interesting how they play him going forward, or how teams play him going forward. Right now there's a bit of a novelty value to him because he doesn't play that often. The other thing that he gets, which you will not notice, because of his height, he gets that extra bounce.
Yes.
Which is also causing a lot of problem.
Also causes double problems because if it then skids, you're suddenly caught off guard thinking it's bouncing higher. That's what's happening all the time. You see the line they're playing across and the ball is going down and cutting into the stumps.
And you're caught in two minds, whether to play it on the front foot or back foot. If the ball is in the line of the wicket, it becomes very dangerous to play on the back foot, because just in case, or majority of the times, if the ball skids through, you might get trapped in front leg before, or the ball would just hit your stump.
On a good length, on that middle and off stump line, he becomes very, very lethal, Aksar, because as you said, neither back, neither front. What do you do? How do you play him?
So I would still
accuracy.
I still would want to play him on the front foot.
Yeah, but that depends on the length.
Exactly,
Also,
that depends on the length also. So a dicey wicket, Akshar could be the most lethal bowler.
But yeah, the thing with him is, at least what I noticed in that Ahmedabad Test match, as soon as you go back to him, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
So that is what happened in Ahmedabad Test, that pink ball Test match. Shouldn't do. GJK has a very good question. Says only disadvantage of Mankad is that it tarnishes the reputation of the bowler. Like Ashwin will not be regarded as a gentleman of the game like Sachin or Dhoni. Your thoughts?
Good point.
No, but I'll tell you one thing. Firstly, has it tarnished his image? I don't look at him like that. I don't look at him differently.
Tarnished Deepti's image.
It depends upon whose perspective you want to take.
I don't look at Ashwin differently before that incident and now.
That time also you had
no
similar opinions about him.
Yeah, like
today
I know
also.
that he's a very good Test match bowler. I always thought he's
Test
a
match
thinking
is the
cricketer.
catchword, huh?
No, which is true. He's a very good Test match bowler, but he hasn't had the same returns in white ball, especially T20. But I remember that. I will also remember as a nice thinking cricketer, and those are the things that I remembered him before that incident and now. So nothing has changed for me between that. I don't know if
he's been doing this ever since 2012. It's not as if he did something new in 2019 IPL. He did it in 2012 at the Gabba, but the captain withdrew the appeal. Yeah. That was the only difference at that time.
Anime fan says, did Nikhil support Ashwin when he used monkading as a form of dismissal? Yes, I did. You can search my Twitter timeline and you will find it that I did.
Ditto.
I think the English media and one of the English cricketers, they are no longer the voice of cricket in the world.
And even if they were voice of cricket, why should
earlier, whatever they would do, that would be the be all and end all of everything as far as cricket. Mike Gatting delivery, just because it was bowled in the Ashes by and Shane Warne and it dismissed Mike Gatting. It was declared as the ball of the century. I've seen,
and the ball of the century happened 100 years before that.
It was. I'm saying it was a very good delivery. Not denying that, but we've seen some great deliveries and by Vaughan himself.
Okay, Vikram Talreya says, let it happen to Kohli or Rohit in a crucial match. Then we'll see what Indian journalists have to say about it. We Indians are very big hypocrites.
No, I think if
I would have no
criticize
problem.
Rohit or Kohli for them stepping out.
Exactly. I will too. If Rohit or Kohli are trying to take unfair advantage by stepping out before the ball, I'm not saying delivery side, before the ball leaves the hand of the bowler, then that's unfair advantage.
Sure.
Yes.
Out.
First ball, no, safe.
Whoa.
Safe.
First ball, Aaron Finch.
Was that Finch? No,
Yes,
I think that was
Finch.
Cameron.
Only Finch can do that first ball.
No, it's green. It's green.
No, I thought it was Finch.
No, green. Just see the size of the batsman.
So he
takes strike. He takes strike to Bhuvi because he knows.
I saw that his height only. Finch is very short. Na? See the height.
Finch is rattled by Bhuvi. No, he can't play the outswinger, neither the inswinger of Bhuvi.
That's why I thought no.
That and that's too far.
Dangerous.
Ricky Patel says, "Chalo bhai, prediction karo 195 उसने pick किया."
That's a 6.
Out of the ground.
Fastest half century.
We'll see. 195 he is picked. What do you say?
Bhuvi.
Pradeep Srivalsan's gone with 165 for 7 to be precise.
190.
205.
235.
I was thinking.
I'm going 180.
Good.
222.
For 222 for 2.
Yeah.
Movie.
Love Rami is gone with 207.
Oh man, he's been like a prophet.
Shakin is gone
last
with
couple of
Somebody is
months.
saying 2 for 2.
And Silly
Yeah.
Point again going for 36.
36.
Silly Point is always here to.
I thought he was a CSK fan, but
Yeah, he is.
looking at
218 says Aditya.
and everybody is going over 200. I wonder if they actually will be able to score that score or not.
You yourself have gone there and
I'm just making a wild guess.
wild.
And player of the series?
Aksar Patel.
Another boundary.
Oh, what a good shot.
Another boundary. Played it very late.
Very, very late. It was very clever. He waited for the swing.
Cameron Green.
Never mind 19th
Movie, I
over.
think is
He thinks this is the
side
19th over.
swing is on its way.
It's the 19th over.
He's bowling it against the 19th over.
Looks
All he
do
needs
well
is
in the
two
19th
wides.
over then.
All he needs is 2 wides.
Yep. Wow, so what
Good
timing,
shot,
man.
eh? Cameron
Placement.
Green.
What placement.
Did
and
nothing
timing.
with that ball, yeah. Did nothing. Just guided.
Just guided it into the gap.
Yeah.
Let it run away.
Okay then. See you. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Vanakkam.
Bye bye.
12 of